Are you looking for some cute Valentine's Day card ideas? Look no further than Valentine Kisses from Stampin' Up. Here you will see some of the adorable little characters that you can create using this bundle. Stay tuned for the video, and I'm going to share a cute card and a sneak peek of the other cards I'll be making this week. Hi, my name is Marianne Cowan. I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator here in Ottawa, Canada. And this week I'm going to be going live a few times showcasing the Valentine Kisses suite of products. And I'm going to show you a quick sneak peek of some of the cards that we'll be designing this week. So in this suite there is the Valentine Kisses stamp set, photopolymer. All Stampin' Up sets are photopolymer now. And the coordinating Valentine Kisses dies. And I showed you some of the cutouts I had done using this set, which was just so fun to play with. Some other things I'm going to be using are the Endless Love dies and the Banner Sayings stamp set. It has a coordinating punch, and this is a must-have in your stamp room. The sentiments are really good, and they're tiny, so they're easy to place. Some other new products that will be coming live tomorrow, January 6th. Beautiful pattern embossing folder, and I'm using that on today's card. Lovely stripes embossing folder, and it's not just stripes, but it's got little dots as well. And I'm also using that on today's card. All in a row embossing folder, which is just really, really cute. And I'm not using that on today's card, but on some other cards. Hearts of Love 3D embossing folder, and this is the card I made yesterday. It was actually in a reel, so you can find that somewhere online, somewhere in the internet world. So it's got that adorable little bear and the little kissing booth, and there you can see the Hearts of Love 3D embossing folder. So I made that one yesterday. And we're also going to be using the Everyday Arches, which I cannot tell you how many times I've used that. Now the DSP actually that I'm using in today's card, I think I forgot to pull it out. It's not the Valentine's one. Let me just grab my samplers and see if I can find it. It's actually the back side of, let me check. It's the back side of Lovely Blossoms. So that's the DSP, and Lovely Blossoms is this designer series paper. It's a unique pack that you get 3 of each of the designs, and then there's one page that has designs that you can use for card fronts. But the other paper that we'll be using throughout the week, and that I did use on this card, is Made with Love designer series paper. And it is also available starting tomorrow. Now the Valentine Kisses that I'm showing you today is already available. It's an online exclusive, so it is available. Also starting tomorrow, January 6th, Stampin' Up is offering bonus days. So in Canada, every time you spend $100 before tax and shipping, you earn a $5 bonus coupon. I think it's $5. I could be wrong about that. It's on my page. Let me just scroll and see if I can give you the correct information. A $6 coupon. It's $5 if you're in the States. So for Canada, it's a $6 coupon. Also starting tomorrow, and I will post a picture on my Facebook page. I forgot to print it off. Is the product of the month, and this month for January it's an awesome stamp set. Last month it was a beautiful designer series paper pack, but this time it's a stamp set available in Canada, again for $100 purchase, so you can stack up all these savings, and it's only $5. So the new catalog launches tomorrow, as well as new online exclusives, as well as a couple of new kits. So I'm just going to quickly give you a sneak peek of the other cards we're going to be making this week. The way I design my cards, I only make one, and I design it, but I don't put it together until I do my Facebook Live. So the palette for this one was Poppy Parade, and the colors for this designer series paper are kind of all the pinks and reds except the one I'm using today. So Bubble Bath, Flirty Flamingo, Poppy Parade, Real Red, and Strawberry Slush. And some of them I actually threw in Flirty Flamingo. I think I did one with Flirty Flamingo and Calypso Coral, but anyways, so this one was all the reds. Today we're using Petal Pink. So when I show you, when I slide over my little tray of all my samples, it is definitely in the Bubble Bath color I don't use a lot, and Strawberry Slush, Pretty in Pink. So these are the cards that we're going to be making this week. So you can see I have them all ready to go, but they're not assembled yet. And I don't want to show you exactly. And we will be using a wobble. I don't know which day I'm doing which cards, but this is just a little sneak peek of some of the fun coming up for the rest of the week. So yesterday I did this one on a reel. And so today I'm just going to recreate this one. It's going to be a quick video, and I'm using Petal Pink. When I originally started die cutting, I die cut in Petal Pink, and this is Poppy Parade, and I think I did Real Red as well. Then I realized that all the Valentine's paper does not coordinate with Petal Pink. It coordinates with the other pinks. This one is a very different pink, but I will show you some of the embossing folders that we'll be using. So we have a basic white card base, and I did it flipped portrait for some reason. I hardly ever do cards that way, but I think it was just the way the original paper was cut. And when you get a little bit of fraying on the edge from your cutter, sometimes it's a new blade and sometimes it's just the way it cuts. So you just take your nail and or your bone folder and it's all good. So this is the one I was talking about called Lovely Stripes Embossing Folder. So yes, it has stripes, but I don't know if you can see, it also has a dotted stripe. It's just really unique. I did try cutting it or embossing vellum, and it did tear, so that was unsuccessful, but it does beautifully on paper. So I hope you can see how pretty that is. So let's go ahead and put this layer on. It does also shrink down. I should have measured, or did I measure that? Okay, that'll be... All right, I'm gonna do something because it does shrink down a little bit. So when I had this one, which is 4 inches, which the other one started at, I did notice that it hung off the edge a little bit. So I'm just gonna do this completely backwards. And I'm going to put this, and then I'll show you. This is the other embossing folder. So now I'm going to take my scissors and probably get them full of glue. Not ideal, but actually it's not too bad. So I'm just going to trim that off. Okay, now I'll pop it down and then I'll show you the other embossing folder. It's not perfect, but I find when I'm doing embossing folders, if I go this way, it seems to work better. So this is the other embossing folder, and I know I'm going to use this one a lot. It's called Beautiful Pattern Embossing Folder. And it's just a really, not as subtle as the subtle embossing folder, which is my absolute all-time favorite, but very nice. A nice background. Doesn't take away from the design of the card. Okay, so now I have an arched vellum and then the arched designer series paper. So let's go ahead and attach these so I'll know where I can put my dimensionals. All right, there we go. And again, I'm just gonna give it a good press. Now for my little bear, I did die cut in Petal Pink. It comes in 2 pieces, so the top piece and the bottom. And you do have to, I used a piece of grid paper to line them up to make sure that they weren't crooked. And I see this one is a bit crooked, but you probably wouldn't have noticed if I didn't tell you. And then it has your choice of different, there's a band, there's this little piece, and then there's another little banner that you could use as well. And then the little sign. And I did on this one use Kisses, but the stamp set, I'll show you, actually is more than just Kisses. So I did use a Stampin' Up marker to be able to get just the word Kisses. So let me show you what I mean. So the sentiments are really cute. Bear, hugs, and kisses, but that's obviously not going to fit on this little sign. Giving you a big smooch. But there is in the Endless Love stamp set, there is one that says hugs and kisses, I think. So you could have used that. But what I did is I just took the, oh, it's on my block. I just took this and then I just used my Stampin' Up marker, so I only got ink on the word Kisses. So hopefully you have some Stampin' Up markers because they are being discontinued, but of course I have a whole stash of them. So, all right, now this is already popped up, so I'm thinking we're not going to pop this up. Oh, by the way, this sentiment is from Banner Sayings. So as I was saying, it's such a great set because it's you can make really tiny little sentiment spots. So I'm just wondering, that's already popped up, so do I want to pop this up? I think I'll glue it. So when it has these little openings, the glue does come through, so I try to be more strategic and not put it right over top of those little slits, because it will, the glue will come out. Whoopsie. It's just such a cute little stamp set, and the dies are adorable. The sentiments are really fun. Now, some of them, I was talking to a friend saying, there's only so many people you can send sentiments saying, sending you a big smooch. But there are people. Now, you could also, there are also these little loose Valentine assortments. But as you can see, whoopsie, they're not really the color palette I chose, except for maybe the white. So let's try to find a couple of white, and they're really tiny. So a little, they're designed for shaker cards, obviously. This little die cut comes out of one of the dies. I think in the Endless Love one, actually. Just taking 3. Let's grab my take a pick tool. We'll see if this is going to work. I was thinking of putting one right there. Is it the same shape? Yes. All right, let's try. So I just want a little dot of glue. And this works great, but then sometimes it's hard to get it off. All right, success. It looks just as cute without it. Not sure it fits perfectly, but it looks cute. All right, so let's just put maybe one here. And white on white, but it doesn't really show up, but we'll try it. So I'm going to try to come live this week at 3. I am away on Friday, so I'll have a pre-recorded video for Friday. There. Just so I can show you all of the fun cards that I've made with the Valentine Kisses set. It's one of those sets that what I like to do is just die cut a whole bunch of pieces and then just play around and design the cards. And you'll see some of the other cards. I use some of the big Valentine doilies and I cut them in half So then I was able to create 2 cards using 1/2 on each card. So sometimes that's how you end up designing your cards, based on the pieces that you have in front of you. All right, so which one do you like better? Do you like the Petal Pink palette? That's hard to say. Petal Pink palette. Or are you more of the Poppy Parade, Flirty Flamingo? Although I did put some Petal Pink in here. Like I said, I started out using mostly Petal Pink and then realized that that's not really matching all the colors that we were using. So I hope you join me for the rest of the week so that you can see lots of other cute ideas made with the Valentine Kisses bundle. Thanks for watching. I do appreciate it if you like or share my video. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, I invite you to subscribe to my channel and hit that notification button so that you will know when I go live. And do you send Valentine's Day cards? There's only a few people I send them to, but I definitely like to create them and send them out. I do volunteer work at a retirement home, and so it's always fun to bring some to the staff at the retirement home as well. All right, reminders, tomorrow, January 6th, launch of the new mini catalog and new online exclusives, as well as 2 kits. Also the start of Product of the Month, an amazing stamp set. I'll post a picture in the Facebook group. Also bonus days for every $60 you spend. Just checking my information. I should print it off. So in Canada, you earn a $6 coupon for every $60 you spend. That's a 10% coupon. That's pretty good. You also still get your Stampin' rewards. So if you signed up to purchase online, then you accumulate Stampin' rewards. Now remember, the total needs to be $60 before any coupons are removed. So if you have a coupon and then the total is less than $60, then you'll have to add something else to your cart. Easy to do. All right, thanks everyone. It's a beautiful snowy day here in Ottawa, so it's a perfect day to be in my craft room. Thanks, and don't forget to let me know. Are you a Poppy Parade girl or a Pretty in Pink? Thanks, and have a great day.